I don't think it's easier or harder. I think it's just different. And the one thing that always concerns me when I talk to folks that say, oh, well, we'll just do it the same way we did it before. And that's really not feasible. The cloud is different, it operates differently, and people have to understand those nuances so they can make wise decisions. If you had poor security postures before, you'll have the same poor security postures in the cloud. It's really, like I said, going back to that, understanding your risk tolerance as your baseline, and then having the right mix of management controls based on the outcomes you're trying to achieve, and then making sure that you've got the right monitoring and baselining security control procedures. One thing that I think is really important, and I can't stress this enough, having been a former IT auditor, I've seen a lot of reliance in government especially, as apart from the business world, on detective controls versus preventive controls. And there's been a whole cottage industry built around that. And it's not to say that you don't need monitoring and detective controls, but the power of some of these cloud tools we have now, like data loss prevention tools and cloud access security broker tools, really enable us to get at those preventive controls. But to do that, you've got to understand what you're trying to do with your data and what the business outcome of that particular granular activity is. But then why not focus on those? If you can prevent the action in the first place, it's going to be 10 times better and consistently applied through technology than you can ever get to through pure monitoring alone. So I'm hoping that as things progress, we'll have and see more of a shift in that direction. I think that's when we'll start getting smarter about our cloud usage. And so as the maturity curve comes up and we start getting that enablement, I think you're going to see a lot more shift in the security organizations towards that direction. But in order to make that work, like I say, we have to have a tighter alignment between the security organizations and the business that owns that underlying data and that risk.